There's an easy way to say this. The channel is changing. As you may or may not have noticed, I have uploaded daily trending car content. This content did bad. I was losing returning viewers and not gaining any new returning viewers. At least, not very many. I learned a few things from this experience. Number one, consistency helps growth. Now, despite losing returning viewers, I gained many followers across all platforms. Well, that is to say about 10. But that's better than the stagnant doldrums that I've been stuck in. So with this in mind, I'm going to continue to make content every single day, but there's a catch. I'm going to be making it with a great change. That might be a little bit of an understatement, and you might be curious as to what this great change is. Well, allow me to explain it as best as I can, as quickly as I can. In my efforts of trying to meet deadlines or trying to push out daily content, I would just re-upload dead trends. Like, we're talking months old, sometimes years old. So as you can imagine, these trends did bad. But even if they did good, I don't want to be a channel based off of trends. Because what I originally created this channel to be was to tell the story of a young man who set out on an endeavor to be the first person to enter the automotive industry in 3 generations. I, Isaac Snook, founder of Covenant Garage, am the first person in my family for 3 generations to enter the automotive field. That is my immediate family, my family, my grandparents and great-grandparents and so on. First person. As you can imagine, I've never had a teacher for any of the content that I've created. Everything I've done with this car behind me and the engine swap that I'm doing is completely and entirely uneducated. I think I watched maybe 1 or 2 YouTube videos before I started, and I dove in and didn't really look at YouTube for the rest of the time unless I was stuck on a specific problem like brakes or something. Most of it, I've basically tried to use common sense and successfully put it all back together in the right place, except for 1 or 2 wires and exterior components. I am basically done and ready to put fluids in it. Now, why do I say this? Because this story is so special because it shows that someone with no mechanical experience and no tools except for a few adjustable wrenches, at least that's what I had to get started, can do an engine swap on their own without any help. Now, occasionally I had to have some extra hands to help lift something, but I never had a teacher. It kind of became diluted. It became this mind-numbing content that's been dead for a long time. And even if it wasn't dead, it's still not what I wanted. And the whole name, Covenant Garage, that covenant isn't just a nice ring to the name. It means something. I wanted this channel to be a light in the car industry because it's a very dark industry spiritually. And that's not what Covenant Garage has been doing at all, except for the occasional joking reference that I make in a passing statement. I want this to be ministry more than my storytelling. Now that goes hand in hand. I still want to be able to fund future hobbies, but that's not why I'm doing this. I'm going to continue to post for as long as I'm alive, for everyone watching, for that reason. Now let me begin to explain what this great change means. It means there's going to be more entertaining stories and less DIY instructions. Now, the few long-form videos I've already made have been not completely DIY instructions, but not very entertaining at all. So it's like the worst of both worlds. But I want to tell a story. I want to show the overall process, but for the most part, for most of my videos, I don't want to be here to teach you, okay, unbolt this bolt and take out this module, put in this new one. Because there's tons of channels that can help you with that already, tons of forums. I want to be here to teach you the things and skills that I wish I had been able to learn from someone, or learn for free, or even cheaply, without having to pay thousands of dollars to go to school, or spend hundreds of dollars on online courses, or go and get work experience for a year. Now that's all stuff I'm doing because I have a dream to modify cars for a living, a dream that I'm not going to let die, and whether that's through YouTube or having my own business, only God will show me. But those skills, I still want to be accessible to you for free, because that's something I wish I had that I want to give back to you. So I want to create more entertaining stories, and I want to take my time making those stories so that they're not just thrown together videos that have crappy quality and look crappy, and they're not fun to watch. I want them to be fun to watch, and I'm going to continue to post short form content every day, like I said, but I'm going to be putting more of myself into that content. I'm going to be filming with the new camera I got, make that quality better, and I don't want to make trending content because everyone else is already doing that. How am I any different? How is Covenant Garage different than everything else and everyone else in the community if I'm just doing the same thing as everyone? We're not. We're not different if we're doing that. The next change, number 2, is the content within the content itself. That content is changing because rather than using trending audios and all that stuff, which for the most part, trending audios, a lot of times the songs, they're good to start with, the first couple times you hear them. But very quickly, they suck. But the algorithm keeps promoting them. Hey, maybe you like trending audio. Maybe that's all you got on your playlist. No hate. But for me, I can't stand trending audio to listen to it. I've been putting it in my videos a lot of times for the sake of trying to promote myself rather than the gospel, and that's got me nowhere, and it's definitely made me unhappy with where the channel is going. So I'm going to start putting the music I love in there, which is folk and acoustic and indie folk, because I really like those still songs, and that's not always super popular in this kind of content. I don't really care. I'm going to do it anyway because I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. Also, I want to start adding to my short form content in every caption scripture, and I want to be a vessel for him. And lastly, the third change to this channel is going to be an expansion beyond the garage and the car content that takes place right here. I'm going to try and make almost every video I have incorporated with cars because that's my passion, that's my love. But I don't want to restrict myself from sharing adventures and stories and vlogs occasionally with you guys that I think can be super cool. And if you don't think they're super cool, just don't watch them. Those are the 3 changes that make up the great change, the great flip of this channel. I'm excited about this, and to everyone who's still here at the video right now, thank you. I'm not going to say that it's because of you that I'm doing this, because honestly I just enjoy doing it. If I do it for any other reason, it's going to burn you out. I want to thank you guys for being part of the great change of this channel, and may God be with you all.